what are these U and Ma? They pertain to that which is everything. And what is everything? If you go and ask a commoner, what is everything? He will say with a sweep of his hands, this is everything, right? This is everything. The world is everything. And he'll say the world includes me. So this is everything. But those who know a bit, they very well know that the world is indeed your reflection, your projection, your very shadow. The world and you cannot be decoupled. Even when you are talking of all this, you are actually talking of the mind. This pillar actually exists in the domain of the mind. So, Om says that it contains everything, but it need not talk of this and that and that and that and that in order to explain everything. Are you getting it? If you say, I want to explain everything, and you look in the outward direction, you'll have to explain the grass, the mountains, the people, the vehicles, the pillar, the fan, the lights, the suns, the moons, the galaxies, everything, right? If you say you want to talk of everything. The Upanishad takes a wiser route. The Upanishad says, well, I have to talk of everything, but all that is just mind. So I would rather talk of the mind. So Om is talking of the mind. Om refers to everything and everything is mind. So Om is talking of the mind. Now what are these 3 quarters, the first 3 quarters? Obviously if Om is talking of the mind, then these 3 quarters refer to the 3 levels or 3 states of mind or consciousness. Right? We are going step by step. Are the steps clear? The Upanishad begins by saying, all this is Om. All this is Om. So this Upanishad is devoted to an explanation of all this. But it will not go into isolated and individual pieces of existence or matter. It is rather going into the perceiving consciousness itself. It is saying all this is nothing but the perceiving consciousness. So I'll talk of consciousness, mind. So it says, and when we're talking of consciousness, there are 3 states. The first state is the waking state, Jagrati. That will be referred to by Akar, A. Then there is the sleeping state or the dreaming state. The dream state will be referred to by Ukar. And then there is deep dreamless sleep, Sushupti. We will use Ma to point to that, Makar. So when you say Ma, you have now described the mind in its totality. When you say Ma, you have described the mind in its totality, because the mind has no state other than these three. Having talked of these three, you have circumscribed the mind. This is where the mind exists. A, U and Ma. So these are the three states of consciousness. The first one is the Jagrat Avastha, the waking state. In the waking state, you are somebody else. The Rishi realizes that with such intensity that he gives you a separate, dedicated name for your existence in the waking state. He says you should be called Vaishwanar. You should be called Vaishwanar. Because right now you are not what you would be in the U state or the Ma state. In the dream or Sushupti state, in Swapna or Sushupti state, you will not be the same person at all. So those persons must carry a different name. Right now you must have a specific, particular name for your particular state of consciousness. In this state of consciousness, who are you? Vaishwanar. The one who is conscious of the Vishwa. The one who lives in the Vishwa, the one who is experiencing the Vishwa. Vishwa means world. And he says, you have your sense organs and you have these gates in the body, 7 and 19. Through these, you feel connected to the world. Through these, you feel that the world is coming to you and you are doing things to the world and in the world. This is the Vaishwanar state of consciousness. And then the moment you fall asleep, you are a totally different person now. So you must be given a different name. Now your name is Tejas. And your state is Swapnavastha. You are in a different world now. Your world has entirely changed. You no more carry the same personality as you did an hour back. Getting it? So that's the dream state. And then there is Ma. The state in which all the gross remnants of personality dissolve. All that remains is a stressless, tensionless relaxation. It can be called bliss. Because all the identities you carry, whether in dream or in waking, are just a kind of tension, irrespective of what the name of the identity is. In dreamless sleep, the greatest relief is that you have no name, no past, no future, no identity, nothing. There is just a void. The seed, the germ of your existence is still there, but in its most rudimentary, most basic, most primordial form. The seed form is there, but the seed has no expression, no manifestation in the dreamless state. However, since the seed is there, so the manifestation can take place when you are shaken out of your sleep. You have not totally gone away. You are still present, but highly dormant. You are deep asleep. That is the closest the ego can come to an experience of non-existence. Your dreamless moments. Right? And then there is dissolution. Then there is dissolution. Then there is silence. That silence is the fourth quarter. So, you see how the ma tapers into silence? You see how gradually and peacefully and musically it fades away? Huh? That's the reason why Om is pronounced in a specific way. Nothing mystical about it. You just want to be true to the word. You just want to be true to the word. True to what the word has been designed to communicate. So it's Om, going, and then gone. That's Om. So, 3 layers of mind, 3 states of mind rather, and then that which is the substratum of mind. Then that which exists irrespective of the mind. It is not really the 4th. It is actually the first and the last and the second and the third. It is everything. But, when you are dealing in such arithmetical terms, then you have probably no option but to call it the 4th. It's not the 4th. It is the first and the fundamental one. Right? That which we are calling as the 4th one here. The self, Atma or Brahm. Now you know what Om stands for? Om is a remembrance that firstly everything is mind, and secondly there is peace beyond the mind. And that has been remembered and captured very pithily in the form of Om. You see how precise, how succinct it is? You just say Om. And you have captured everything. You have captured the essence of all reality. Om ends somewhere, right? What is it meant to remind you? You too have to end. Because you are A, U and Ma. For how long will you keep playing the game of A, U and Ma? Fade away, fade away, fade away. Go, go, go. That's what Om is meant to communicate. So, Om is not really a word. It has no literal meaning. You cannot go to a dictionary and find the meaning of Om. I do not know even whether it's a dictionary word. Probably it is. But it's not meant to be a dictionary word. It cannot be an entry in the catalogue of man-made words. It's a tool, it's a reminder. It's a very powerful instrument, provided we know how to use it. What does it tell you? Firstly, all this is just a Uma. What are you so crazy after? What agitates you so much? This one is so excited, that one is so depressed. For what? It's all just a Uma. So from some high parapet, you are looking at the game of the world. And you're asked to describe everything. And what do you say? Uma. But it's a tragedy if it stops at U and Ma. From Ma, there are 2 options possible. Either you can go back to A, or you can break away. There's a road that takes a U-turn, and then there is a way to escape away. What is Om telling you? What is Om telling you? Go. Go. No point taking the same cycle again and again. Uma. Don't we take that cycle every day? Anybody here who doesn't take that cycle every day? What's going on right now? It would be followed by U. And then we'll get a taste of Ma. And then the alarm rings. So back to That's how our life is. But that's not Om. Because Om necessarily includes and culminates in silence. Silence is the purpose and the climax of Om. Our Om has no silence. Our Om has only noise. Uma. This is just noise. Om is founded on silence and must culminate in silence. It's this taper that is the essence of spirituality. Taper, you understand? A progressive thinning of something. It's almost like dampening of a curve. This tapering is what is needed. Remember, it's not a sudden dissociation. You cannot say Om. It's not like cleaving one thing off from the other. It's not like hacking somebody's neck off. The thing has to be done with care. Gradually. I say it involves the entire life. Had it been Om, then there could have been a particular point at which you take off, you break away, you get enlightened. But when it comes to Om, there is no particular point of dissociation. What do you instead find? A continuous taper running till infinity. You know of asymptotes? What are they? All right. You have this XY curve, right? And let's say you have a normal distribution on it. Now, when does this normal distribution touch the x-axis? It never touches the x-axis. It continues to come closer and closer to the x-axis. Never really touches it. That's how meditativeness has to be. That's how human life has to be spent. You will never really reach there. But you have to continue coming closer and closer and closer and closer. And that's not a pain. That's not misery. There is great joy in coming closer and closer. Truth is worthless if it can be attained. Are you getting it? But you can keep coming closer and closer. Like Om. The vibration will never really die to zero. It's just that it will get feebler and feebler and subtler and subtler. That's called spiritual progress. Getting subtler and subtler and subtler and subtler. When the end comes, you won't even know. If you know that the end has come, it's a very bad end. If you can say that this was the day and time when my end came, it's a very, very bad end to your story. Does the end come? Does the end not come? Move. The question is invalid. In a way it comes. In a way it never comes. Are you getting it?